presses for just 8 seconds, and then the high school was asked to make and press all the shirts. We pressed them right here on this heat press. It is part of getting ready for our 70th year anniversary from the Udall tornado. Andrew Preston, and student of Udall High School. We are one big family, and so being able to have the high school make these shirts while also having the 4-H paint those railings and those benches. Mr. Commander,
I have plenty.
It's nice to really see the community come together and rebuild this wonderful town, and so painting these benches are the least we can do to just show our community some love.
Preparing for May 25th is important for both Udall and Blackwell.
Don't forget the human element to overcome adversity, to overcome obstacles.
We're known for tornadoes, but we're also known for coming together and sharing what we have with other people.
Yet with each year, people are finding their own way to honor the lives lost, to make sure we never forget.
What's the one thing you want people to know about Udall and thinking about the tornado all these years later? And we see a lot of this happen in a lot of other areas of the country. Is there anything that kind of rises above that from the Udall storm that you can recall?
The thing that stands out with me is after the storm, if you saw someone that lived in Udall, there was hugging and I'm so happy you're alive, that type of thing. The outreach of the surrounding communities was unbelievable. And there were times when they were taking up donations out on K-15, and there would be, sometimes there was traffic. I know it went up 2 miles of people that were coming, maybe to look, I understand that, but they were also very giving to the community.
Well, and you have this headline over here from the paper, the night Udall died. Well, I just want everybody to know that Udall is now alive, very much alive.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, it does.
In a way that may not be far from so, because it really hasn't grown, but there still is a lot of people here that...
And there's a lot of nice people, and there's a lot of people that help each other and are still helping each other. So I just want people to know that Udall did not die. Yeah. It may have had a little bump in the road, but we didn't die.